Hi, beautiful soul. I am so honored to be sharing this time with you on earth. I just received this message by looking out at the window at this beautiful rainbow that is such a symbol for the time that we're in. We have been going through this journey of becoming, through this deep transformation, and there has been rain, but on the other side of the rain there is sun that creates a beautiful rainbow of light, and that is what you truly are. All of the colors as a result of the union of storm and sunshine, the duality that becomes one. Just like your body, your vessel is the bridge between heaven and earth. And so we're called this time to rest, to let our vessel rest, let our nervous system settle so that we can receive all of these new light codes and complete the upgrade that is still running for another month, about 3 weeks to a month, until the new year, the Chinese New Year, so the year of the horse. We're still shedding our snake skin from the year of the snake, and it's been an intense process, but now something is moving, something is starting to move. There are two different forces at play right now. The stepping into our new vision. So a lot of creative power, it's getting released. Visions start to come through about the next step and the next phase, because we have been called to follow our soul mission, but walking in the dark. We didn't know exactly where we were going. Our intuition was just so strong, so powerful, and it was impossible not to listen to the calling, because we were forced to do so in one way or the other if we did not listen. Because our soul remembers, our soul knows. But when we reincarnate on this life, we forget. But our body is leading us toward what the cells already carry, the information and the light codes. And so this is what we are doing right now. We are downloading more and more and more information and more downloads, and most of us have been in this hermit phase to be able to settle our system down and be one with this energy of renewal, to have clarity, because otherwise our nervous system would pick up informations everywhere, because we've been so open to receiving all of this information. And so if we were around so many people and activation, we will be getting activated and pick up on other people's energy, on situations. So this is why we were in this hermit phase, and we still are, but this new creative downloads are coming through because a new planetary alignment of and a 14-year cycle of the connection with our intuition and creative powers and visions. At the same time, the shedding of the skin, it's being accelerated immensely. So this last 3 weeks to a month, it's very, very, very important to be present and aware with our emotions, to feel it, because it's getting transmuted and transformed, and it can come up and it can be heavy and intense, but that is the last step. That is the last phase where everything is getting processed and coming up to the surface to be witnessed with love, with a different awareness, because healing is a spiral. And so we're going to witness that same event, the same trigger with a higher perspective, from a higher perspective, with a different awareness, so that we can complete the story and rise up, up and up at the spiral. I am so excited for all that is coming forward for us. But to do this, we're being called to rest. Rest is not lazy. Rest right now is essential. It is the most fundamental and productive thing that we can do to bring stillness into our body, to allow space to feel our body so that consciousness can come through, to make space for new consciousness. We're also called to eat more light foods, less elaborated things that can be digested very easy and very quickly, like cooked vegetables with minimal, maybe a raw olive oil that is also helping the digestion. Because if we eat too heavy stuff, the digestion is not really working. We're sleeping at a different level of sleep, and that is when our cells get upgraded and filled with light, and our body heals and regenerates, because we're going through so much that we're being called to support our body. All the work that we are doing right now is internal. It's something that can't be seen from the three-dimensional world, because we are bridging the three-dimensional world and the fifth dimension. We are the bridge that is raising the frequency of the planet. We are raising in consciousness, elevating our consciousness, and so the collective. For example, I left entirely my old life. I loved it. I didn't know how things would have worked out and how and when, but I was called to completely move across the world solo, pack all my stuff and leave. And like I explained in the video previously, with another very important transmission for this time, so maybe if you want, go check it out after this video. I went back to home, to the first place where my journey of awakening began, to seal this cycle. And before that, I was called to isolate for 90 days in the California desert in Joshua Tree, that has a beautiful, magical energy, such an energy vortex. And after I completed my hermit phase, I went back to the place where it all began and sealed the cycle. I received this necklace from Giza, from my grandma, with her name written on it in gold. And I was catapulted forward into my new life, into my new timeline in Spain, where I have in less than a week received anything that I could have ever dreamt of, but because it was aligned with my mission, with my heart desire. And so letting go of the old, sometimes it's, yes, letting go of the old ego, and it feels like death, and it feels like grief, and maybe very intense and awful things happened that forced us to abandon and leave our old life. But it was all meant to be, because we are part of the soul of the planet, and so we are all one, and all the things that we have lost and all the things that we think that we have left behind are within us in form of consciousness in our soul. They're part of our soul, that is the soul of the world, and so there is no separation, and it's all oneness. And so by letting go, we are actually getting closer to all of it, to all of us, to each and every one of us, and everything that surrounds us in this beautiful existence. And so it is not letting go, it is letting go of the form to be closer to the soul as one. And yes, in this week, I manifested my dream house, my dream van, my dream community of aligned and loving people, and my dream cat that I was just saying, I want a cat, but I thought I couldn't have it because traveling and all of that, and in this house was not allowed. However, there was this cat that's been living around the community that literally jumped on my lap and never left me since that day. He sleeps on my chest with the face right here, and it's literally like we've been on each other forever, and it's like so sweet. And yeah, this is all I could have ever asked for. But I wasn't manifesting from my ego. I was just asking to be shown to, I was just walking on my path of my mission, and the universe will always give you all the tools and everything that you need to be able to be in alignment with your mission and do each step forward toward your next call. And that's how manifestation works. It is not from our ego. It is not, I want that so that I feel good about myself because people think I'm cool. It is simply being aligned with your heart. It is being love, being unconditional love. That is the same channel of abundance, because abundance is who we are. And the universe will always, always, always provide everything that we need when we stay aligned with that truth. And I know that in a time of shedding, of release, this truth starts to get shaky, because all that we are experiencing is so hard, and the mind wants to keep us safe and bring us back to the old timeline. And so it gets really loud. It's like, no, what are you doing? It was better before. No, that is crazy. No, you're gonna say, oh, you need a psychotherapist or something like that. But no, it is about letting go of these doubts, letting go of all the limiting beliefs and thoughts that do not belong to the fifth dimension, where we are bridging heaven and earth. And that is why they get really loud before the complete shift. So right now, during these 3/4 weeks before the start of the new year, it is getting very, very loud, and the emotions are gonna get intense. But you have the power to choose, and you are strong enough, capable enough to witness it, because you are awareness. That is who you are. You're infinite field of possibility. You are consciousness made into form, here to witness and experience all that is flowing through your body to get released, so that you can bring more light in, allow more light to fill you in. The emptiness is the essence of who we are. The void, it's where all things are born. And we are called to rest in this knowing, to rest in the truth and in the clarity that all it is done. We have done enough. All that we had to do, all the work is done. It's now time to rest and let all of this integrate and bubble up to the surface and leave our body. One practice that of course is very, very essential right now is meditation, because as we visualize and breathe into the parts that feel tight in your body, we bring in more awareness, more light, more presence, and with love and presence and compassion, not by resisting it, not by fighting it, not by trying to fix it or panicking and be like, something's wrong with me, I need to fix it, I need to do. No. You're asked to witness it, to be the witness of it all.